Dylan Cox for secondsout.com here at the O2 Arena for the Froch Kessler final press conference, and with me I found Darren Barker, who's going to be challenging for a world title soon against Daniel Gil in the States. Darren, how are you feeling about your world title opportunity?
You found me loitering, didn't you? By all the free food. No, I'm over the moon. I mean, this is why I started the sport. You know, one of them was to make my dad proud, him being a boxer, and the other one was to win a world title. So to get the opportunity, I'm just thrilled because I just truly believe it's my time. You know, I'm feeling better than I ever have physically, and I'm switched on mentally. I'm experienced now, and just ready to rumble.
And what do you think about Gil as an opponent? He's operated mainly in Australia, never fought in the States before, but he's a very accomplished and good world champion.
Oh, I know Daniel from the amateur days. You know, we both won the Commonwealth Games in 2002. Me at light welter and him at welter, and I see him at numerous tournaments on the amateur circuit, and he was a standout amateur star for Australia. You know, he's done fantastic as a pro. He's beat some good fighters, but fighters who I believe are over the hill a little bit, you know, past their prime in Sturm, etc. I'm in my prime. I'm, you know, vastly approaching it, and I like I say, feeling better than everyone. That's a cliche, and everyone says it, but you know, I will not be stopped. There's so many people I want to win this world title for. You know, my late brother, etc. It's just, I've just got the bit between my teeth, and you know, since there was talks that it might possibly happen, I haven't stopped dreaming about it. And you know, even last night I was dreaming about how I'm going to win and what I'm going to do afterwards. You know, and I just can't wait to get in there. But you know, I have the utmost respect for Daniel Gil.
You had that one crack against the universally recognised #1 Sergio Martinez. You must have learned a lot in that fight going over to the States. Big fight, all the hoopla around it. Do you think that's going to stand you in good stead for this fight?
100%. I mean, the experience gained was invaluable. That just adds to my mental state. It just makes me a better machine, if you like. Come fight night, you can't buy that. And for me, you know, no excuses or anything. When I fought Martinez, I was in a horrendous place physically and mentally. I just wasn't there at all. And to put that behind me now, I feel fresh as ever. I feel switched on, and yeah. But that experience on itself, on its own, just holds me in fantastic stead. And taking that experience into the ring against Gil, I think, could be the difference.
You've just been over to the States with stablemate Lee Purdy. Obviously, you worked the corner there because Tony Sims couldn't go out. It was a courageous effort from Purdy, but given the notice, etc., it was a difficult ask. How does he feel post the fight, and how was it in the build-up to the fight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so proud of Lee. I mean, I can't keep saying it enough. I mean, you got to remember, Lee's had 20-odd pro fights, but he only had 6 amateur fights when he was like 11, 12 years old. So to put in a performance and handle the whole occasion, you know, it was huge. You know, fighting America against one of their top guys. You got to remember, they're talking about Alexander fighting Mayweather, etc. And for him to go there with 4 weeks' notice and put in a performance like that, you know, he didn't give up. I pulled the plug on the fight. The reason being, thinking of his health. You know, he's young. He's 25 years old. It was his first big crack. He can come again. You know, there's no doubt in my mind. The experience similar to what I gained against Martinez, he would have gained it as well. And there's a slight mystique about Lee as well, because he didn't give up. He wanted to carry on. There's people will be saying, what if, you know. And yeah, but my main thing is, I love Lee. He's my gym mate. He's my friend, and he'll live to fight another day. He'll be back better than ever. But as long as he knows, we're all so proud of him.
And how about for you? You was sort of the roles were reversed for you this first time, being inside second, and were you more nervous being a trainer in that situation than you would be fighting?
Strangely, I was. When I get in the ring, I prepare, no end. So when I get in there, I'm 100%. And once that bell goes, I can do something about it. You know, when you're outside in the corner looking in, there's nothing you can do. You can only give advice, and it was tough. I found a new respect for trainers that, I've always respected Tony. Tony gets me in fantastic shape. But there's that, I never knew how emotionally draining it was and how hard it actually is. But, I hope I done Lee proud.
You're here today at the press conference for Froch Kessler. It's as big a fight as big fights get. Yeah. For you, what's it like just to be around it? And you know Carl very well. How do you think he's going to do on Saturday night?
Oh, I think Carl will win. I think momentum's on his side. The performances he's put in of late have been fantastic. I mean, he destroyed Butte. He was tipped to sort of rule the division. And, I've known Froch. I've got a lot of, I've got to thank Cole loads because he brought me on as a fighter. All them, hundreds of rounds sparring we've done. Tough, hard spars, going home like couldn't even eat or chew. But they're what's brought me on as a fighter. And Cole's a warrior. He's an absolute warrior. And I just can't wait. I've said a couple of times I'm glad I'm part of Matchroom, so I've got a blinding seat on Saturday night.
I think the whole of Britain will be behind you in your challenge for the world title, Darren. No one deserves it more than you, so best of luck when you go out there, and we hope you bring back the title to Britain.
Really appreciate it.
Okay,
Thank you.
cheers.
Cheers, mate.